Well, last episode we stayed top of the league and we took down Manchester United in the first leg of the Champions League tie. And now there's breaking news in the first team squad this time out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Respect the Jeff here with Paris FC sitting in first place, but despite our good position in the table, bad news is breaking in the squad. Our star striker Gaetan Lora is hitting headlines after getting himself into trouble over the weekend at a nightclub. Some fans have recorded an altercation, and now it's up to us to decide what to do with our star man going forwards. Gaetan Lora is a player in real life whose attitude has come into question. You can see here from an article I pulled, he actually just recently transferred away from Paris FC in real life, so I feel like it's fairly in line with maybe the type of thing that could possibly happen. But I think despite what's going on, he's been a great player for us. He's been consistent over 5 seasons, so I don't feel like that's reason enough to drop him. We'll let what happens outside of this, but for the meantime, we're gonna make the executive call to start our man. With that said, let's get to it. Alright, well, the news here is Gaetan Lora starts after drawing some attention to himself over the weekend, but hopefully he'll shut his critics up with a good performance out here, and hopefully, again, it won't come back to bite us or him in terms of the performances coming up, because we need some big results in these next few games if we want to keep our good run of form going here. We're top of the league. As it stands, we're going through to the next round of the Champions League, and honestly, that's all we could be hoping for here. Ilyas Husni with a lovely little change of pace here, able to put in a ball, and he's still going. Beautiful footwork, and he's taking men on with ease. It's been an unbelievable start to the game here, although can't quite beat the 4th or 5th man there. A little selfish on the ball maybe, but it's been a great start. Very promising here from Paris FC. Ismail Garbi gets the start in this one and plays through Soumaré, who plays through Diakite, and he has the chance to sneak it in and eventually does. Well, it's a bit of a sloppy goal, but it counts all the same. Czech Diakite gets his first start in a few games. Been a bit of a peripheral player this season. He's getting plenty of minutes off the bench, but not that many starts, with Soumaré and Veretout our surefire starters. Regardless though, although he gets the opening goal, Strasbourg fire back with an unbelievable strike from outside the box. Lindstrom, man, pick your spot there into the top corner, and just like that, we are back on level terms. Going into the later stages of the first half here, Strasbourg seem intent on grabbing another goal, and a header comes flying in there, not far off at all. End-to-end stuff between these two teams, and now Gaetan Lora has the chance to play through Soumaré, who plays through Ismail Garbi. Surely this will result in a goal, and he drags the shot well wide. Well, Ismail Garbi's been a lot better this season, but still has not hit the heights that I think we know deep down he's probably capable of, so hopefully he can continue to improve, and just like that, he misses another opportunity. 2 really good chances for the young winger there, and hopefully he can really step it up. We're going to need him in the later stages of this season. Gaetan Lora dragged down with a nasty challenge. Just outside the area is his Ilyas Husni territory to step up and take it. It's wide, saved by the goalkeeper regardless, but on we go with the high press here. Gaetan Lora rips a shot from distance. Would have been nice to get him a goal here, but we're still held back 1-1. All the pressure is on here, and this substitute, Hajam, winning that ball at left back. Ismail Garbi plays through Lora, who finds the return pass, and again Ismail Garbi slipped through into plenty of space and finishes. 3rd time is the charm, and he eventually gets his goal. Well, Ismail Garbi simply does not quit. He's been through plenty of rough patches with us, not always been in top form, but he's stuck around. He's toughed it out with the squad really through all the hardships, and he's contributing with some goals this season. This has been his best season for us so far, and although I do think he is capable of more, so far so good really. He's holding up, he's scoring some goals, finding some assists, and I think he'll only get better with time. Still very young. Strasbourg though proving to be a difficult force, and eventually find the equalizing goal. We did everything we could to get that ball out, but we just couldn't capitalize on the chances we had with some of the tackles there. Lovely shot, Zidane deflected it into the roof of the net. And this is our final chance here. Husni lofts it in to Lora, who can't get on the end of it, and the whistle blows. It's a disappointing defeat. Gaetan Lora held back, unable to score for the first time in recent memory, and you think that just maybe the off-the-field shenanigans are getting to him. All right, well, in the meantime, despite that poor result, we make moves. Ange Chiesa has been sold. He just hasn't gotten enough minutes with us. Fair play to him. We still have a 10-point lead at the top of the table with a game in hand, which is very notable. And our next opponent's 10th place Lille, who have been a really force to be reckoned with as of late. They've given us some very tough matchups, but we're going to go in with pretty much the same lineup we just had. Hopefully Laura will hit the ground running in this one. And with all eyes on the upcoming match, let's get to it. All right, here we go. Disappointing in that last game, but there's always another chance, and this is going to be it. Let's get out there and get a win and keep our big lead at the top of the table intact, really. I think with PSG slipping up big time, this is the worst season they've had in probably the last 10 years in terms of point totals. And it's hard to say exactly what's going wrong for them. Neymar's the top goal scorer. They have a stacked squad. I don't know if it's a bit of confidence, maybe because we're putting so much pressure on them, but they've really capitulated, and this is our chance to step up and take the reins as the best team in France. But Lille are giving us a real run for our money. We've barely touched the ball 18 minutes in here. They continue to bombard our goal with chances, and a lovely little turn inside from Barak finds the back of the net, and a well-deserved goal from our opposition gets them in front. Well, in the end, we were trying to get numbers behind the ball, but it's just a little bit of poor defending there. Too easily lets his man cut inside, and it results in a goal. Jordan Veretout now charging forwards. We have options here. Paulinho looking for the play through for Ilias Husni on the wing, taking his man on 1v1. Lovely footwork. Veretout sets up Soumaré, sets up Laura, who finishes. How about that for a response? Well, despite all the troubles going on off the field, he finds a goal regardless. And honestly, maybe troubles is overblown a little bit. We gave him the starts. Nothing has happened since. I think, he got into a little bit of trouble off the pitch, but it seems to have not affected him all that much. And really, all said and done, we've had a lot bigger of a trauma between us and players before, specifically with the PSG players and the mutiny that formed against us. And if this is the worst that our squad has to offer, I think we are in fine shape. And really, I think Laura is set to have a strong finish to the season regardless. Now, Romain Perraud, we know he can hit these. Takes a crack at goal. Lovely save from the goalkeeper to deny us a second here, but we desperately need it. Romain Perraud again, chance to put in a ball here. Great cross inside for Paulinho, who flicks it up with the chest and has a shot. First touch was good, second touch not so much, and time is winding down now. Ismail Garbi off, it's Ginuel Bolosian on, who's made a really powerful impact as a substitute on multiple occasions this season, the young attacking midfielder, but it is Lille who get the better chance there. Lovely shot, straight at Zidane though, and that will favor us as we look with 20 minutes left here to get something out of this game. Perraud plays it forwards again for Laura, who finds Paulinho, who almost finds Husni, but he's brought down with a nasty challenge. And just like that, we find ourselves with a free kick in a dangerous area. Nothing quite comes of that, but we play on Gaetan Laura, and he can't quite find the pass. But I want to point out tactically here, it was at this point that I noticed they were really trying to push a high line, and with a lot of numbers forwards, I think if we just make a run in behind, this could be the game changer. So I set Laura to get in behind, and also Husni as well. Laura's going to be a little more central. Husni can drift wide, but I think if we focus on those two, let's switch to a back three. We'll put two directly up top and hopefully just play a through ball, send it with a few minutes left. Felipe Anderson coming on, we know he can pick out a pass. And with 8 minutes left, hopefully this tactical change pays off. It's a cross from the opposition though, and a header only as far as the man who's there to gather it. And we are under a lot of pressure here. Felipe Anderson can't quite close it down. The captain, Axel Bamba, heads it away. And here we go. Here's the chance for the tactics to play off. It's Gaetan Laura who finds Felipe Anderson in plenty of space. And on we go. Can he pick out the pass? Yes. Husni clean through. Finishes. Genius stuff here late in the match. And with 5 minutes remaining, this could be the goal that ends things. It came off exactly like I envisioned. Perhaps a little fortunate that it played out so perfectly, but there's that saying that luck is where opportunity meets preparation, and we definitely had the preparation part of that down. We saw this coming, we capitalized, and just like that, we found the all-important goal that separates these two teams at full time. 2-1, it is a close and hard-fought contest, but we come away with 3 points, and these are the kind of games that decide champions, I think, come the end of this season. All right, beautiful stuff from Paris FC. And with the game no longer in hand, we have now taken our lead to 12 points. It's far and away ours to lose at this point. I think it's going to be a huge mistake if we don't end up winning the title, but we got to keep the pressure up. That does not mean we can let off at all, because as we've seen, things can change in an instant. But we're going to rotate the team just a little bit here. We got plenty of big games coming up. So names like Bolosian, Toyan, who we've barely seen at right back. Tovan's going to be on the bench. I think it's only fair that we start to rotate a little bit. We've been very one-sided in terms of playing the same starting 11 over and over again. So let's see if our team with a bit of rotation can't get the job done. It is still a very, very strong lineup. All right, here we go, back into action, and Paris FC looking to continue our great run of form. Despite the small slip up at the beginning of this episode, we've still been on a rampage as of late, taking down big teams, small teams, all just the same. And as of now, we are going to go on to be champions if things hold the way they are so far. But we're not taking anything for granted. We know we have a lot of hard-fought games coming up soon that we need to continue our run with. Bolosian, chance to put in the ball to the box. Great footwork there from the attacking midfielder, who really is starting to step up and find his feet this season. Still probably behind Paulinho in the pecking order, but that doesn't mean he's not an important player for us. Ilias Husni, though, talk of important players, puts a great ball right at the goalkeeper there, Felipe Anderson. Almost there to mop it up, but a couple of good chances result in nothing just yet as we creep up towards 20 minutes here in this game. Issa Diop, though, lovely challenge, and although he does give the ball away, it's a good sense of security in the back line having him there to put in these tackles. But the high press from Claremont catches us out time and time again, and my God, what a finish. 1-0, we find ourselves a goal down, and it is our own doing. That's twice in the span of a few minutes. We just gave the ball away, but great shot and kind of through the hands of Luka Zidane, if I'm being honest. We got to find ourselves a response quick. Issa Diop trying his best to win the ball back, and eventually we do. It is Gaetan Lora, gets his head up. What a lovely pass. It's Ilias Husni now. Surely this will be a goal, and he lays it off. Ginwo Bolosian cleans it up for a 1-1 scoreline. Great finish there, and Bolosian once again showing that he can step up when the task is called for. A fair amount of goals already for him this season, especially considering the amount of appearances he's made, which isn't all that much, but he's increasingly finding time as he keeps putting in performances like this. Ilias Husni again getting forwards and again looking to play the ball through, but it's a poor pass, picked out the wrong man, and it doesn't result in a goal there. The game carries on, though, and we are desperate to find the second goal. Hajam sliding in, and a lovely ride through the challenge by Busquets, who cracks one at goal. Zidane makes the save, and on we go. End-to-end stuff here. Lora looks for the back flick. Can't quite find him, but on we go again. Real sloppy play from both sides. It's chaotic stuff, but Diakite finds Bolosian, who picks out Husni. Great attacking play here, and Husni now capitalizing on the space he is afforded, and he keeps going, cutting inside. Surely, yes, Ginwo Bolosian there to clean it up for a second goal. Well, he is making the most of his appearances this season, scoring again and a goal that really could decide this game here. Claremont not going to give up, but on we go. Tovan picking out a pass for Bolosian, who picks out Diakite, who finds the return to the substitute Florian Tovan, who's in on goal, finishes for a third off the post. Well, it is all of the fringe players coming in to make a difference here. We signed Tovan this season. He knew he'd probably be a rotational player, but to be honest, he's probably getting less minutes than even we thought at the start of the season here. But regardless, he's chipping in with his fair share when he gets his chances. Everyone's going to get a chance come the end of the season. We have so many games, and so far so good. 3-1 despite probably not having our strongest starting 11. But I think if this proves anything, it proves that we have strength in numbers and strength in depth, and they capitalized big time with their appearances out there today. All right, well, next up, this is the game. Manchester United in the Champions League. And the French national team is coming back with some international friendlies, so we'll get to see you all voted in the Discord, and I will drag through those players into the national team selection. Actually, we can just take a look now real quick before we get to that. It's going to be a front three, probably Mbappe, Laura, Dembele, maybe Husni. Midfield, Pogba, Camavinga. Kante is aging and has decreased a lot, but still a great player. Fantastic backline, Hernandez, Koundé, Varane, Mukiele, 89 rated Maignan between the sticks. We got Meslier, Upamecano on the bench, our very own Romain Perraud and Jordan Veretout, who have been great and definitely deserve call-ups. And Nkunku's a great shout, Diaby's a great shout. Husni, that's not the correct mini face for him, sorry about that, but he's been great as well at 86. Our other players, Zidane, Diop, make the reserves. We'll see exactly who plays. We're going to try to figure out the best starting 11 going forwards towards the World Cup, but it's all eyes on the Champions League next. If you guys want to help manage the team, huge shout out to everybody who was involved and voted on the French national team call-ups. You can join the Discord for free if you would like to get your input in as well. Also, check out respectthejeff.com. All of the stats for this season and all seasons for the career if you want to feel a little more involved with the series. Also, consider subscribing if you haven't already. It goes a long way to making this possible. And I will be back soon with next episode, but until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.